Hopefully I don't look like too much of a shambles. I just got out of the shower, I just washed my hair, and I am about to shoot I want to say a haul video, but it's not really a haul video. It's just an update on nitty crochet things that I've been doing. Yeah, it's been great. May has been kind of inspirational. We had a scrapbooking expo / quilting fair last week. I went on the Thursday, and these are the things that I picked up. I got a project bag, and it is by Craft Escape. So hopefully I should be able to link them down below. It is, well, hang on, let me move one of my works in progress. Okay, it is a bag that can be turned inside out. It has a boxed bottom. It's one of those great bags that you can hang over your wrist. And the best bit is you go like this, and then it keeps it mostly shut. And then you can knit along while you're doing your stuff. You can walk and knit at the same time if you so desire. Or if you just want to quickly get away, like you're in a bus or something, you can use that. Excuse Floyd in the background. He's being extraordinarily chirpy today, and I'm not mad at it because he's my baby. Where's the other thing? Oh, I also got my first little sachet of soak. Now, I've never used soak before, but I actually said to the beautiful lady at the stand, I said, well, this will be my inspiration to finish a project so that I can use it for the first time. So that'll be amazing. I will be able to use that soon, as you'll find out in just a minute. Like none of these are in the order that I got them because I was all over the place and I went back to some places twice. But these are the things that I got. Really? Little baby voices. Little baby voices. Yeah, right. We're not going to do that. Okay, from Old Memory Lane, I got a couple of skeins of Cascade superwash wool. It's 100 grams or 3.5 ounces, 220 yards or 200 meters. Yeah, gauge. Doesn't really have any care instructions. Well, it's got the little label things, but I don't read them generally. So I got 2 skeins of these, and my hope is to do my boy Lollipop in this colour. But as you'll see in my works of progress, I've actually started it in another yarn, and I'm really looking forward to how that is going to finish up. And it could quite possibly be my first finished non-crochet wearable item. So my first finished knitted project ever. Like, I'm so excited. I'll put a picture of what the pattern actually looks like on Nancy Ricci, who's the designer. I can't wait to finish it. I can't wait to finish it. It's going to be so good. So I got the Cascade yarns from that store. Oh, Floyd. Okay. Oh, it's not in here. I must have put it away already. Oh, well, let's move on. I picked up a pattern to make my own project bag by Pattern Pool. So that's what that bag is going to look like when it is done. I'm probably not going to use those fabrics at all. Not really my jam, but I'll figure something out. And then while I was there, I said to her, look, what do you put in the bottom of it? I have a bag bottom that I bought from the same place. So the designer is named Monica Poole. So I'm so grateful, so grateful. And from Thread Collective. Thread Collective is amazing. They are hoping to open a store, possibly depending on leasing and all that stuff, around Milton in Brisbane. So we'll cross our fingers for that. I am on their emailing list, so when they find something out about where they're going, I will let you know, because we need to support our local yarn shops so much, especially around Brisbane, because we have so few and everyone seems to carry the same stuff. So anyone who can carry something a little different, we need that. We need that so badly. I picked up another skein of Malabrigo Rio in teal feather. I was trying to match one of the lighter skeins that I have, and I was hoping to have the same dye lot. And you think that I would eventually start writing down the dye lots of the things that I have, but no, I didn't. But this is pretty similar to what I have, so I'm quite happy with that. And then I also wanted to try a different brand of knitting needle, because I'm a bit of a snob, maybe a little bit, maybe. So I'm trying out Louette. These are the ones that come in a square shape. So let me pull it out, even though probably doing it on the double-ended would be easier. Not sure if you can tell, but it is actually a square. So these are just gorgeous. The cord does move in the housing, so that makes me incredibly happy, because I only have one set of circulars that do not, no, I've got two sets of circulars that don't turn in, or that the cord doesn't turn in their housing, and I hate them. I hate them. I'm not going to say which brands, but I hate them. These ones are not quite as sharp as my higher sharps, which, you know, makes sense, because higher sharps are supposed to be sharp. That's why they're called sharps. Smart. These ones, when I use them to swatch for one of my whips, I don't know how I feel about how they sound. Like, how stupid is that? The way a knitting needle sounds. Really? Really? But when I was doing my swatch, the sound of it, like, I don't know whether the mic is going to pick it up, but I don't know, it just sounds, oh, hang on, that's even worse. No. But I have got another set on order that come on a longer cord, so that hopefully, if I can get over myself, which I probably will, because these are just, they feel nice in the hand. They do. It's weird. Like, it's a square. How much difference can that make? Seriously. But these are marketed as ergonomic. But we'll see how I go. Didn't enjoy the swatch, but I will battle on. And then I got some double pointed needles. And they are also squares. So I think they call it collage, is that particular variety. Like, even hearing them rub against each other, it's just like, ugh. I don't think it's ASMR. I think it's just you know when people walk on like stones in a driveway, and just the sound of them walking on it is just enough to set your teeth on edge. It's like, ooh, that's what these are like for me. But I'm going to have to battle through, because, you know, they're beautiful. Like, they feel nice in the hand, and it's not often you find something that makes you feel, yeah, like, I don't know. Apparently Louettes are quite hard to source in the US, or at least that's what I've heard. I don't know, this is the first time I've ever seen Louette brand in Australia, so the moment I saw them, I went, okay, what do you think you're going to use the most, Belinda? Let's work with that. Just in case you were interested, I got the 4mm or a US 6, and it's a 16-inch or a 41cm firm cord. And these ones are double pointed needles in 3.75, a US 5, and they are 7 inches or 18 centimeters long. Yep, Louette branded stuff. So I'm really, really looking forward to the Thread Collective getting themselves up off the ground a little more. Really hoping they get their leasing sorted soon, because if they are going to possibly be the only place that you can get Luette needles, and if I decide to get over myself and decide I like them, then we'll have to wait and see how that goes. So we've done Craft Escape, we've done Old Memory Lane, we've done Thread Collective. I know. I also went to East Meets West, their stall, and I got a couple of like bag finding things that you might need. I got the clasps for the Mirabella, and I decided I'm going to give one of these, what would you call them, a spring strip. I'm going to give that a go. So apparently that thing, when you put that in, it like snaps shut, but you can sort of open it again and it snaps shut all on its own because it's basically spring loaded. So I'm going to see what I can do with something like that, whether I end up making like a little baggie for findings, or I don't know, just stuff. I mean, what else do you put in bags? Pretty much anything. So that was great. I really did enjoy it. It was a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be at the Stitches and Crafts / Quilting Expo. It was held at the Convention Centre. It ran from Thursday to Sunday, and at the door, $18 was the price of a single day ticket. So you got access to both fairs, but I honest to goodness think that the Quilt Expo in October is going to be a lot better. I think it was Steve, you stupid thing. Technology's great, isn't it? Yeah, Old Memory Lane, I was talking to their vendors, and they were saying that the fair that is going to be in October at the Convention Centre is going to be possibly the biggest yarn fest that Brisbane has had for a while. This does not include Mullaney Knit Fest, which is coming up next month, and I'm hoping I can get there, because I've been rostered on the next day, and hubby, and getting to Mullaney and everything is a little hard because it's a couple of hours down the road and there's not really a lot of public transport once you get past my old hometown. Let's move on to works in progress. I've already talked about the fact that I'm doing My Boy Lollipop. Let me show you how far I have gotten as of literally 10 minutes ago. I started this on Friday the 7th of June. It is now currently Monday the 10th of June. Keep in mind, I have never completed a knitted project, apart from maybe like a crappy scarf when I was a kid. And I don't know which is the front, so you just have to just imagine for me. Oh look, it's all open. But look, it actually looks like something. I'm so excited. It actually looks like something. So I have got the sleeves being held off, and they are with a set of my Knit Picks interchangeable cords, because I'm just like, what can I use? I don't have any stitch holders, but these work fine. They're stretchy and they allow it to just sort of sit there. And the best bit about the Knit Picks interchangeables is they actually come with the little stoppers, and they're probably not going to fall off anytime soon, so I feel like these are pretty secure. I did my raglan sleeve thingy, so I'm quite happy with that. And it's supposed to have a lot of negative ease in it. I am going to go 3 rows longer than what is called for in the pattern, in like the stationary stitch count below all the increases, before I start decreasing. There are 8 pages to the pattern. I am on page 6. I am so thrilled with this. I am using Whale Road in Malabrigo Rio. I'm using a 4.5 interchangeable higher set of needles for these. I'm getting gauge, like I'm getting stitch gauge that way, but this way I'm like 1 stitch over. But to be perfectly honest, it's supposed to be a cropped jumper slash top thing, and I'm not a fan of cropped because I got a little bit of a podge. So I'm okay with it being a little bit longer than normal. I'm hoping that, you know, my beginnings of my bingo wings are going to fit in the sleeves. I think I might give the sleeve a little bit longer than what the pattern calls for because I need to be able to wear it to work, because I'm going to wear the shit out of this thing. I am honest to goodness going to. Hopefully it's going to wash and block nicely. I don't care if it's a little bit big on me. I don't care what it looks like. I'm going to be wearing this sucker because I'm so proud of it. So hopefully I will be onto the decreases before I head off to work today, and then maybe I will finish it tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it. In preparation for Knit in Public Day, which was Saturday the 8th of June, I went into my local yarn shop, Yarn Glorious Yarn at Taringa in Brisbane. I got myself some Madeline Tosh. Now I know she's not exactly politically correct right now, but I'd never used Madeline Tosh before. And I kind of fell in love with these colours. Green is not normally my thing, and I don't know whether it suits me. I don't really care at this point. I don't know whether I'm going to keep it or whether I'm going to gift it. I don't care. I don't even think I'm using the right needles. Gauge doesn't matter. It's all about the stitches. And it's a scarf, so it's going to be pretty forgiving. Now, if you remember, I have knit this particular pattern before. I had it in the Cloud Forest Yarn colorways Quicksilver and Ultraviolet. They have updated their shop. They have Ultraviolet back in. So if you wanted to do that one from my previous vlog, podcast, whatever the flip you want to call this, you can do it. The pattern is available on Ravelry. It is the Big Zig scarf, I think it is, or the Big Zig cowl. But I haven't made any mistakes, touch wood, yet. So all my lines are perfect. Oh my goodness. And you know what I didn't realize? I didn't realize that essentially that line there is essentially a raglan. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So I'm excited to have done this first because it taught me how to do a raglan before I even knew what a raglan was. Because yeah, look, it's a raglan. Ah, so exciting. But yeah, I'm so proud of this. It is felting up a little bit as I'm using it. I don't really care. But look at the stitches. Look at the stitches. They're not buggered. They're kind of as close to perfect as I have ever managed to do. And they're so pretty. And I like the way that this particular colour, the Madeline Tosh colours I am using are Antique Lace and Jade. There you go. I'm smart. Haha. And I actually made my own stitch markers to work with this one. For World Knitting Public Day, I did actually make some stitch markers and progress keepers for the people that turned up because I went into work on my day off to supervise the ladies so that my boss actually was able to get some work done at work, because head office are great and they don't allow for extra staff in the budgeting when things like this pop up. So yeah, it was either don't do it when they told us to do it, or someone needs to come in on the day off. Hi, I came in on my day off. So yeah, kind of cute. I'll stick a photo in here of the stitch markers that I did, and I'm so proud of them. 10 people actually turned up, so I handed out 10 stitch markers. I'm happy. I thought I wouldn't be handing out any, and then in the back of my mind I'm like, what happens if 28 people turn up, because that's how many stitch markers I'd made. What happens if 28 people turn up? So I took my pliers in to work with me just in case. I had to pop a few extras together. I didn't end up having to do it, which is kind of a shame, but 10 people is substantial. Totally substantial. We managed that, and it was great. Lovely ladies. I'll pop some photos in here of like the things that they were making. One lady actually started a brioche scarf from scratch. I looked over and I'm like, is that brioche? And she's like, yeah, it's easy. I'm like, really? Really? That's like my Mount Everest. I haven't managed to get that one yet. But then again, I haven't actually made a proper garment knitting yet either. So we'll see. I promise I will get there one day. Also haven't done socks, but I'm sure I'll get there too. They suggested doing toe up rather than cuff down. I don't know. I think I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, now I am rambling as I always do at the end of my videos. Please have a fantastic day. Do something yarny. Enjoy yourself immensely. I hope you had a happy knit in public day on Saturday, wherever in the world you were. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. And just a little added extra. This has been my little darling sitting next to me while I shot my video. Not that you could see her. But look at the little, look at the little. You're such a cutie patootie, Kimmy. I love you so much. Hi. Oh, I love you too. You're such a good girl. Such a good girl. Okay, bye.